Hello and welcome to Drunken Dragon Gaming, where the drinks are cold, the meals are warm, and the games are on fire. Tonight we're going back into Ixia, into the realm of our tabletop. Let's see, why is this not playing nice? There we go. Now we can see things. And let me check this. Alright, yep, I think we're all set. So, well, like I said, on Thursdays, we don't normally interact with chat a whole lot, and we're already a little late, so I'm going to be hopping right into the game tonight. We'll be hanging out with the guys, and most of this will be some Mind's Eye Theater. Because I don't really have a lot of maps ready for them tonight, and then we're gonna just kind of work our way into the next piece of story, and probably set things up for Rinvoq's departure, as that player would like to try a different character. All right. Okay, I am back.
Great.
So.
Yay.
And we are live, so it's been misbehaving a bit the last couple of streams, so that's why I was muted, because I was wanting to make sure that all the gears were working.
So I should start swearing profusely.
Absolutely.
You got to wait at least 5 minutes.
5 minutes? Why 5 minutes? That's weird.
That's actually one of the YouTube things. The first 5 minutes of the stream should not have any profanity in it.
Okay.
Is it you were going to get cramps, like jumping into the pool before you digested your food?
No, but if and my memberships are actually, my subscribers are actually growing up to the point where it could wind up this way. Once you're at the 500 subscriber mark, then you can start memberships and monetizing the channel. And if it gets flagged, then the channel can get demonetized.
I'll set a 4-minute timer then.
So, but yeah, right now we're at almost 430 subscribers, so it's really awesome. Had a huge jump on subscriptions on the over the last week. All right, so our last game session, y'all decided on your direction you were going to travel. It's been a while. So I was checking back through the streams. I was like, oh, this has been a hot minute since we jumped back into this world.
Oh, yeah.
So just as a recap and a refresh for Scott, because I know several people were working on changing their characters and everything. So Brian, what kind of character did you get?
I'm still playing the same character. It's Castigon, basically a swashbuckler.
Okay. And then Janor?
Still the swashbuckler. Apparently we are just one wizard and 2 swashbucklers against the world.
All right. So if Scott changes his character, that means there won't be any magic in the party. That would be awesome.
I mean, we could always have the old Janor pop back out of the dimensional portal, and I could be the wizard thief again.
Right.
We just play it as a running joke, and time I need to switch characters, there's just like weird dimensional shunts, and my character swaps out.
So, yes, Scott, to answer your previous question, we are minus the tank.
Okay, I was trying to figure out something.
My swashbuckler is a tank. A speed tank, but he's a tank.
And while mine doesn't have a lot of armor, he's hard to hit, and he hits hard.
That's the important part. Hard to hit.
Mm-hmm.
Not only is my character extremely hard to hit, I also have sacrificial parry, so I can defend other people too.
Okay. Now, that sacrificial parry, that causes a fatigue to use, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so. No?
Not that I'm aware of. I'll
Okay.
double check.
I wasn't sure.
Doesn't say anything about it in power-ups.
Okay. I had somebody else who, a while back, who had played a character that had sacrificial parry, but for some reason, his required him to spend fatigue for using his sacrificial parry.
Yeah, I don't know. All I know is that because it counts as one of your own parries, it still includes penalties if you're parrying a lot.
Okay.
So that's the drawback to it, is you still have those parry penalties stacking.
Yeah,
so what
you can do like a furious defense or something and increase your defense with burning of fatigue.
So what you're telling me is
as well.
What you're telling me is that I shouldn't throw one big thing at y'all. I should throw a bunch of little things.
I got 2 swords. I got parries for days.
Okay.
That's why I went with the dual saber approach. I can parry twice as much.
Hey.
I made sure I took a main gouge, so I can parry with that. It's just not a heavy-duty damage creating. But nice thing is, if I do parry, next round I can disarm.
Ah, okay. Cool. I'm just terrified Scott's going to bring in the barbarian again.
No, I was actually entertaining the idea of a Mystic Knight.
Okay. Okay. We've had, in the entirety of all the campaigns, I think we've had one Mystic Knight the entire time I've been running campaigns in Ixia.
Well, I'll make sure to keep my stealthy up to date character point wise, just in case I need to swap him back in for whatever reason.
Okay. So y'all are going to be traveling to Katarin. Was the last thing I remember y'all agreeing on.
Yeah, I believe so.
And then from there, you're going to head to Blackley Hold. Hopefully find yourself a guide to go down the Morcara River to get deep into the Kyrian Wilderness. So some of the stuff's going to be easy enough. Tonight's going to be mostly a Mind's Eye Theater session as we do some setups and stuff. And then and from Katarin, of course, I'll let you decide what you want to do, Scott, Rinvoq wise, if you're wanting to swap for the next session, or if you're wanting to hang with Rinvoq until we finish this particular mission. I'll leave that up to you.
That's a tough one. Would be interesting to see 3 swashbucklers adventuring into the woods, in the forest.
It's the 3 Musketeers.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then we'll wind up with that one guy going, all for one, and one for I'm out of here.
Yeah.
All right, so yeah, y'all done a great job at Edgewood. Y'all taking care of the spider incursion. Of course, there's still questions about first off, what caused the spiders to grow to such an immense size. Because it was definitely unusual, outside of the norm, shall we say? There are those questions still sitting there as to what's causing some of this to happen. Plus the fact that the forest seems to be growing at an abnormal rate.
Mm-hmm.
And Rinvoq figures that the mission that his ex-classmate sent him might have info on this. So we will go ahead and move y'all to Katarin. I do not have a map for Katarin yet. It was on the to-do list, but work, lots of work.
Yeah.
So, Cadron is, and y'all are able to travel this road. And the reason I'm having y'all just travel straight to Cadron, because this is a main highway. This road is so heavily patrolled from the patrols that come out of Blackley Hold. There's rarely any kind of situation on it, if ever, because it's just, it's got too heavy of a patrol on it for them to be able to have any bandits or anything in that area. So, y'all get to Cadron. Cadron is a bustling town. And really, it's not even really a town, it's more of a city. It is divided up into districts, where you've got some residential districts, you've got, and even within the residential districts, you've got the division of, here's the people with money and here's the people with no money, type of a division. Of course, on the outskirts of Cadron coming in, it is a walled city, but the walls are not like a big stone wall. They are basic. What's the easiest? I forget what the stuff's called. I want to call them hedge walls, but it's basically like sticks that have been woven together, kind of like wicker.
Palisade.
Okay, so a palisade. And that's what surrounds the town.
Like, are we talking tree trunk sized sticks or small sticks?
Small sticks. Small sticks woven together into, think of having some vertical sticks and then having some horizontal sticks woven together to kind of make that wicker pattern.
I think it's wattle is the appropriate term, but don't quote me on that.
Yeah, I believe so. You can see as you're coming in, you can see where they're already doing some repairs to it, because this is a constant process where they're applying clay to the walls to help them last longer. It kind of helps the decay of the wood.
Dub.
Oh, wattle and daub. Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
Yeah.
So this is a fairly busy town. It is in a major crossroads, so lots of trade comes through here, which is of course to the benefit of Cadron. There are a number of taverns and inns in this city. Unlike the other places that we've been to, where you have the one lone tavern, that's the place where everybody hangs out. This place has got multiple. Pretty much every kind of shop you can think of, except for a couple of specialty shops, which they might exist here, but they'd be more off the beaten path, and you'd really have to look for them. Things like specialty alchemist shops, or like a artificer's shop. Those kind of things would be a little less common to be able to find in a city like this. Population of this place.
Last game we had the spider silk, and we were still considering getting somebody to make spider silk cloth armor. Do we have buttons for that?
You'd have to ask Rinvoq.
Okay, well, he's not here then, I guess.
No, I'm here.
Okay.
He wants to know if there's money to be able to get the armor from the spider silk.
Well, how long we plan on staying for them to make it? I mean, because otherwise we need to send the spider silk back to camp, and they can manufacture it there.
Yeah, it still takes time.
Yeah, it does take time.
Well, and you need to get yourself a specialist that knows how to actually work with it. I don't think we've got anybody back at your camp yet that knows how to work with that particular material. But in Cadron, you should be able to find someone that can.
Well, then let's, I guess we'll start there. See if we can commission someone to take care of it.
Okay. All right. So, looking through the town, you come across a tailor's shop has great big looms on the outside of it for doing basic wool and linen weaving. And then the interior of the building has got all kinds of different spots for being able to work. There is a redheaded woman in there. Looks to be in her mid to late 20s, with blazing red hair, and wearing really kind of a simple smock. For a tailor, you'd think that they'd want to show off the wares that they can make, but she seems to be more minded in keeping things simple for herself so that she can work.
So, let's see. I'm able to control myself, but I am politely paying attention to her.
Okay. And you see she's busy working on looks to be some kind of a shirt with a thick linen. And so do y'all actually go into the building? Because this is what you can see from outside.
Well, if I saw her, I went in.
Okay.
And I will make a sex appeal roll, which I do make.
Okay.
And begin having a conversation with her. So here's a fast talk too.
Starting right out with lies. Healthy relationship style.
Yeah. Well, but fast talk doesn't necessarily mean lying, and it just means you're not you're being smooth.
Sex appeal is the art of picking people up. You don't need the fast talk roll unless you're lying. Sex appeal is the roll.
Well, I used the fast talk to confuse you guys, and I went in.
Oh, there you go. That's better.
Well, you come in.
Janor will just turn to Rinvoq and go, "Do we need a leash for that?"
I don't know.
All right, so you head into the shop, and she sees you and says, "Oh, well, hello, sir. What can I do for you?"
I noticed your wares while looking through the window. I see that you are, if I remember the way you said it, cloth manufacturing or something like that?
A weaver. Yeah.
Weaver.
And cloth manufacturing.
Do you happen to have experience with spider silk?
That's an odd question to come right out with. But as a matter of fact, hold on. I do.
Well, and I waved to the rest of the group. We happen to have some spider silk.
Okay. Are you looking to get a nice bracelet or something made?
Actually, I believe, and I don't want to speak for everyone, but some cloth armor.
You might need to bring out the bolt.
That's gonna be a lot of silk. How do you even have that much silk? You shouldn't be able to get that much silk out of spiders.
So I start talking about how
really big spiders.
How scary this encounter was. The spiders were the sizes of like castles. They were monstrous. But my companions and I were able to overcome them, and we took their silk.
Oh, so you walked into a cave, you have a fear of spiders, and you just stole all the spider webs.
Yeah, something like that.
Maybe just bring forth the silk.
Yeah, let's show her the bolt of silk.
Okay, so y'all pull out all the silk that y'all collected.
Basically, yeah.
Okay. When she sees it, her expression changes, and it's definitely one to shock. And she even touches the silk and goes, "Wow, this is a lot, and I've never encountered spider silk of this quality. This is amazing stuff." You said you want armor. Well, I can do that, but just I have to warn you, spider silk is very flammable. Well, at least normally.
Are there ways to process it so it's not super flammable?
Yeah, I could work with the alchemist and see if I can get some of his stuff to be able to work into it. And how soon are you needing this?
Well, obviously, immediately would be the best. But and I look to my companions. I think that we're all very reasonable and willing to discuss a timeline.
Well, it's going to take a minimum of a week to take all this to turn into workable cloth that's actually been doused in anti-flammable materials.
Okay.
And
That's
then
reasonable.
And then there's the matter of then having to take it and sew it into a proper shape. Really, you have enough here to... I could probably make 2 suits of cloth armor from this. From the amount that I'm seeing here.
So, sidebar to the group, what was the plan? Who needed the armor?
I think everybody could use spider silk armor. It's higher DR than normal cloth, and it negates the penalties for layering armor, which means everybody wants giant spider silk armor. Everybody.
Correct. Well, let's see what we got. I'm trying to see how many players we have. How many people are actually playing?
I'm losing track.
Yeah.
I'm seeing me and Rinvoq.
Yeah, I know I've got the 3 of you. And Denduro, we haven't heard from.
Nope.
Well, I mean, if she can only make 2, make 2 for now, and then we ask her to keep an eye out for more spider silk for making more armor. And if we find some, we'll bring it to her.
Oh, she looks at you and says, "Well, I mean, if you're capable of getting this kind of spider silk, this kind of quantity, I'll be happy to work some kind of deal with you if you can just keep supplying me with the material."
I don't know. What we encountered was a bit of a luck of the draw. I don't know if we're going to be running into spiders of that size and quantity on a regular basis, unfortunately.
Yeah, they were rather enormous.
Oh, I see. Enormous spiders. So what are we talking? The size of your hand?
Tanner will just hold his arms out as far away as they can be from each other and go like, I don't know, like bigger than this.
Spiders don't get that big.
Well,
These ones did. They were anomalies. That's why I don't think we can get spider silk of this quality and quantity on a regular basis. It was unusual, to say the least.
Okay. Well, let's see. For the processing plus the materials for the alchemy, probably looking at somewhere around 7,000 per suit.
I have no idea how much party funds are, so.
That's a Rinvoq question.
We have quite a bit of funds. We just have to get them here.
Is there a banking system in this world?
No. No, it's all done in cold hard cash. They don't accept checks or IOUs.
Yeah, we'll have to summon the birther.
Okay. Which, they're close enough, and if they just come straight up through Black Raven crossing Caterin, I don't think your owl can travel that far.
Not in one day, no.
Can your owl travel that far away from you?
Yeah, he's capable of traveling. That's not the issue.
Okay.
I mean, and besides, he can carry a note.
Right, and that's what I was figuring you were going to do. And then, so we'd be looking at them making it down there. I guess let's take a look at our measurement. Looking at 114 miles, roughly, as the crow flies. I'll guesstimate that it would take your owl probably at least 4 days to get there.
Yeah, more than likely.
So 4 days there, and then for them to travel back with money, probably traveling with slightly larger groups, so it's protected. So you'd be looking at coming from here to here, that's 1 day. From here to there, that's 1 day. From there to there, that's 1 day, that's 3 days. From here to there, 4 days. 5 days. You're looking at 5.5 to 5 3/4 of a day, so 4 days for the bird to fly down. You're looking at a total of 9 days. For the money to make it up here.
Yeah. Well, I think that's doable, but then I don't remember if we had the time to stick around for that long.
You do, because there wasn't really a time frame put on the mission.
Okay. Well, then let's take our sweet ass time and do what we need to do and get equipped.
So, and that actually works because that means because it's going to take her at least 2 weeks to get all this put together. So you'll have the money before she's done.
Good.
So, well, there's our first piece of business. finds the nearest fight club.
If we're gonna be in town for 2 weeks, he needs something to occupy his time. So we might as well go join a fight club.
You might have to start a fight club, but then you can't talk about it.
Right.
Well, I mean, this town's
I
full.
will,
The town's full of stuff to do. There's plenty of spots for entertainment, and I'm not talking brothels and stuff like that. I'm talking actual, entertainment where you can go watch plays and listen to music and those type of things. There's plenty of options here for your entertainment needs.
If there's not an existing fight club, then Janer will just post up in a town square with a makeshift sign that says, 1 gold if you can best me at a sword fight.
Did you see my note there, Brian?
yeah, sorry, I was looking down.
Yeah, what are you doing that for?
Huh?
Well, I'm actually writing a report for work while on one screen and playing this on the other.
I understand how that goes. Okay. She says okay, but she can't stay out.
Great.
But she can't stay out too late because then her husband will get pissed.
Well, that's fine.
And he's the captain of the guard, so she wouldn't want you getting in trouble.
We certainly do not want to anger him.
Or I should rephrase that. He is a captain of the guard. There's more than one here.
Oh, yeah.
Well, during our meal and drinks, I will mention a couple times that if she has a sister that's not married, I would certainly appreciate an introduction.
And she chuckles and laughs.
So I will flirt, but not be where I'd actually probably get in trouble with the captain of the guard.
Right.
I'll keep it above board.
So,
Sure.
okay. So Rinvoq, what are you doing?
Kind of chilling a little bit. There's everybody's running around doing their own thing. So other than that, I mean, if they've got any kind of arcane places to visit, that's what I'll be doing.
Okay. Yep. There's a couple of arcane shops. Oh, all right. Good night, baby. Sleep well. There's definitely a couple of arcane shops here. Not like what you would find up in Blackley Hold, but you do find a couple of spots where there's several. I don't want to call them spell books because people get the mis idea that you can read a spell right out of a spell book and that makes it cast. That's not how spell books work in this world. Here, the spell books are literally just think of it like an encyclopedia. It is a book of learning to teach you how to cast a spell.
Okay.
What I've done before in the past, this was usually how I would let people get books for colleges of magic that aren't inside their repertoire.
I see. Okay.
Oh, and they don't like people coming in and just opening the book and slowly perusing it. They've already encountered people that had the photographic eidetic memory, and they just flip through the book and then put it back.
Well, that sucks. Those people, you know. I don't know what to do with those people.
So
Those people.
they have rules on how the books get treated pre-sale.
Mm-hmm. Like freaking half-price books up in here.
But no, I mean, yeah, it's a great collection of books. Yeah, you know, there's a likelihood. Well, I don't know with you. So I was going to say there's a likelihood you'll find some books with spells you don't know, but then I think about Rinvoq's spell list. I'm going, maybe not.
Well, I mean, there are a few that I might be interested in. I think I'm really going to be working more on my self-improvement with regards to fatigue points. So.
Okay, all right. There are books there that actually have mental exercises on how to improve your magic stamina, shall we call it.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, definitely something to think about.
All right, and then we got, I want to say Janor, but I think your character's got a different name.
No, that's my character's name.
Oh, okay.
I kept it that way.
Well, that makes it easy.
Janor's. It makes it easier, and Janor is just a long-standing character and gamer tag of mine, so I use it often.
Okay. So, Janor, what are you wanting to do?
I told you I'm posting up in a random town square with a sign challenging people to sword fights for 1 gold.
Oh, okay.
Doing one-handed push-ups with my feet in the air, just like, you know.
Right, doing the general showing off and trying to, yeah.
Making an annoying nuisance of himself, yes, indeed.
Over the 9 days or so, you get like 1 or 2 takers. But nobody's real interested due to the fact that fighting is outlawed in the town. So you wind up with like a couple of guards that'll do stuff, but you won't get any of the general populace to get into a fight with you.
What about doing demonstrations versus actual fighting, and the 2 swashbucklers can do a demonstration, see if we get some coin from the crowd?
Now that is absolutely something y'all could do. As long as it's made known up front, you probably want to let a couple of guards know that y'all are going to be doing a demonstration to see if you can earn a little bit of coin, and then you'll be good to go. But if you just start doing it without having let the guard know, then you have the chances of getting arrested for fighting in public.
And I might actually know a captain of the guard now. Of course, he wants to punch me, but...
He says, he'll show up. I'll show you a demonstration. All my wife can talk about is this guy. So, but no, doing a demonstration, absolutely. I don't know if Janor's interested in doing that.
It's less appealing to Janor to be putting on a show. He sword fights for specific reasons.
Think of it as a sparring match. That's what I would go with.
Mm.
Okay.
I suppose.
And Castigon's good natured about it. You know, he's not like trying to be, I'm better than you. It's more like, let's see if we can make some money.
So there you go. You are looking to try to make some money.
That wasn't Janor's primary goal. Make money.
Oh,
He has other.
he's trying
He
to
has
make
other.
trying to make a name for himself.
Yes, he has reasons for wanting to challenge people to random sword fights, and it is not just for the money.
Okay. I'm trying to think of how to play that off so that you can get the crowd interested and maybe get some challenges after we fight.
I mean, if it's
I
illegal
wouldn't
to fight,
say, like,
if it's illegal to fight in the streets, then I'm not gonna like get all the fucking town guards on us for no good reason.
well, it's an offer. I'm willing to assist you in getting any notoriety that you need.
I don't need anybody's help to get notoriety.
Understood.
Okay. Well, what I was going to do with that was I was actually going to drop y'all on a map that I can use and let you two actually do a little bit of combat rounds against each other for just 2 or 3 rounds, and then we'll continue on if that is an interest of yours.
It's up to him. I'm fine with it. I just consider it a chance to exercise.
Sure.
Okay. I'll put y'all opposite sides of each other. Turn you around. Turn you around. Alright, and we'll throw Rinvoq on here so that he's not looking at a blank screen.
Why, thank you.
Activate. This is the smallest thing I had to be able to use for a small arena. Ignore the gaping hole and the magic circle in the middle of it. That was where the demon. That was where the demon came from.
Mm-hmm.
Yay, demons.
Yeah, I've seen this one before.
Yep, this is up at the top of Misery Castle. And then we will throw you into combat. And throw you into combat. And y'all want to go ahead and hit your initiatives, and then I'll let things start. Wow. You guys are exact. The only thing that changed between you was the die roll. All right. Looks like it's Janor's move.
Well, I guess I gotta quick draw a couple of sabers. Whoa, all of my skills have gone away
Oh, no.
on my character sheet. I encountered this issue earlier with a different game I was playing. And we were unable to resolve it in session.
Yeah, I see all the skills are there, but they're all at 0.
Yeah.
Try re-uploading the character. Let's check Castigon.
I have mine.
Yeah, yours are good.
That's weird, and they've got like the old spell list from my old thief character in there for some reason.
And Rinvoq looks good.
Yep.
But it's got it's like half my old character, half my new character,
That is weird.
and none of the skills are showing up.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see. It's got the spell lists in there. That is very strange. Why don't we do this? Let's go here. Bigger ownership. Let's see. Where are you? There we go. There, I made you a blank character sheet to try uploading to.
Okay. Still no skill values. All the gear came in right.
Yeah, but it's got your spells in there.
Nope, I don't see the spells this time.
I do. Oh wait, I'm looking at the wrong one.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah. No, all your skills are they are all pointless.
Yeah.
He's so good he doesn't need rolls.
It's true.
he bluffs his way through combat.
It's not too far off for swashbucklers.
Yep. So give you a brand new one. It's got to be something with your GCS file.
Yeah, one of the things that resolved it is updating GCS. That helped resolve the issues outside of Foundry. Jess, did we ever get Nate's character sheet working properly on Tuesday?
No.
No? Yeah. There must be something about the newer versions of GCS not playing well with Foundry for some reason.
Yeah, because there's that's like some of this. I found a problem with GCS today that I couldn't edit some weapons and stuff.
Huh.
Yeah. I mean, I can roll 3d6 and I can tell you what my skill numbers are.
Right. But that sounds more complicated than what I think we want to do.
Can you
Yeah.
re-import? Have you tried that?
That's what we just
I
tried.
have tried that.
I
Okay.
tried giving them a completely blank character that hadn't had anything imported to it, and had him import his character there. So yeah, it's got some weirdness going on there.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, we need to take a look and see if we can figure out what's going on with your character sheet.
I'm going to do a quick Google search to see if there is a
Oh,
forum about this already.
I'd like to try something. I have an idea. How about idea? I'm gonna go over here. With what I'm about to do, y'all may have to log back into the game.
Mm-hmm.
User management. Okay. Save the... Alright, so Scott, you might have to refresh. I just assigned you to Assistant Gamemaster.
Okay.
My thought on trying something on the technical end here, Janor, was send Scott your GCS file so that he can open it up in his GCS and resave it, and then he'll have him import the character for you and see if that fixes it.
I just have to find them in my.
It could be the fact that you're not up to 17.4 version on the game aids, Chris.
Yeah, because I haven't moved the Foundry up to the next.
Okay.
Because I wasn't sure how stable the next stage was.
Yeah, okay.
Because, yeah, I mean, I thought about that myself. Now, I probably would have done it if I hadn't come home completely exhausted and the couch screamed at me and called my mother a bunch of bad names. So I had to go teach the couch a lesson.
You did. Heavens to Bitsy.
Yeah, the couch won it, knocked my ass out.
All right. Players. Janor. Import. Download. Open. Import.
And the only reason I was asking for users, Scott, is because my GCS is still all janky.
Wow. Alright, let me try. But it's only on his character sheet. That's fucking weird.
Right.
Alright, well, I'm gonna try something different here.
Wouldn't be game night without technical issues.
Well, of course, right? Well, I'm looking at the character sheet in GCS, and he's missing a shit ton of points on like his mental strength and stuff.
Well, there's a bunch of skills that are in there just to show me what the defaults are because I might use them in combat. So there are definitely 6 to 12 skills that don't have any character points in them on purpose.
Okay. So making sure I'm tracking here.
Yep.
All right. Okay.
This is one squeaky chair. Just noticed that my microphone was picking up my chair squeaking.
Yeah, get a little WD-40 on that. I don't know, dude.
Yeah, this is bizarre.
Yeah, it did it also on a test character I put together, so it's got to be the GCS file.
Okay.
It's something weird with the GCS file.
Yeah, like you said, it could be because I'm on the older version.
It could be. Let me try to import it into my game.
Mm-hmm.
Why not, right?
Yeah, because I'm still on version 11,
Yeah.
3 with build 315.
Yeah, that could probably have a lot to do with it, because they've done a lot of work. Right, login, Scott. Get in there. I got a test game that I run stuff on. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beta stuff. My own very own little standby. Whatever. Okay.
Bear with us, chat. We're dealing with some technical issues. Not on
Yeah.
stream,
What are
just
the-
with some character sheets.
Okay. Import. Nope. No, it's the file. It's the file.
Try loading it into GCS and saving it with a different save name.
I did already.
Okay.
I did. And yeah, so here's a screenshot. This is
Yep. And that's how it looks over here too. Yep.
yeah.
Yeah.
And here's the game version. So
Yeah, I tried to make sure that I was working in a different game that I have on Forge, and it was like, what if I make sure everything is up to date and updated? And that didn't fix it either.
yeah, because I've like I said, I got a test bed I keep everything up to date in, and occasionally I test things in it, so see if it breaks anything.
I hate to suggest this, Janor, but what you might have to do is open up Janor and then open up a new character sheet and rebuild the character sheet.
Well, all you have to do is just drag and drop. I mean, you could try a quick, couple of drags and drops, and then
Yeah.
you re-import, see if that does it. I mean,
I'm also going to re-extract GCS, re-download GCS, and put it on my computer again.
yeah, maybe.
See if that helps it.
Because just looking at what it's doing there, the only thing I can think of is, and because it runs on a database and whatnot, looks like some piece inside that character sheet's corrupted.
Yeah. Well, here's I'm just gonna drag the swashbuckler package over and see what happens.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So there's a test saved. Flip this guy out. Create. Import. File. Test. Import. Wow. It didn't work. It didn't even work with a test. You're going to have to rebuild it from the ground up. I mean, literally, because I just dragged and dropped some of the stuff from one to another sheet, saved it as a separate sheet, and uploaded it in the latest. That didn't work. That's fucking weird.
That is.
All right, let me try something slightly different. Okay. Okay, we're just gonna try just by itself. Delete that. Wow. Okay, so I just tried selecting a single skill, dragging it over, and onto a test character, and it still failed. Still came up with 0.
Ooh.
So let's try something fresh out of the box for skills. I'll try this acrobatic. Control save.
Oh, this is annoying.
Well, yeah. Create an actor, okay. Import death. Oh, wow. It still didn't do it.
So, brand new character with different name and everything.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I'm going to start from scratch now. Okay, so let's see here. New character sheet.
I mean, it sounds like for
Test.
Foundry GCS incompatibility issue that's happening.
It does sound like that. Okay, right there.
Because, like,
yeah.
it doesn't make sense that it would be both my computer and your computer generating bugged GCS sheets.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. Can I do previous versions of GCS?
It's definitely possible.
Do they have a release? Yeah, there's releases.
Yeah, may have to roll back the release if that's the case.
It's only started happening in.
Yeah, it's got to be the release of the GCS because I'm on 24.1.
Yeah, me too.
It is not working. All right, let me try.
How do I download version 0.23? I might have it in my download history, though, to be honest.
Mm-hmm.
0.24. There's 0.22. I don't have 0.23, but I do have 0.22.
Yep, that's what it was. Yeah, because I got an older character that I tried to import that had been updated, and it's not working. But it worked before.
Oh boy. So
we're gonna have to roll back the GCS install.
All right. Rolled back to 0.22 for GCS. Reopen. Update my library again. I'm unable to open my Swashbuckler now.
Yeah, I was worried about that.
The file opened already. Yeah, maybe it's because it's not backward compatible.
Yeah.
Well, maybe it's like GCS is backwards compatible to pick up old files, but it's not. The files aren't backwards compatible to GCS. Well.
Oh, that's annoying. I don't have to build them again.
I think so, sir. I think so. I think we're both in that same boat. Unless... Well, you know what I could do? Try updating my game page.
I tried to do that with one of my games that I run, and it didn't fix it. Let me double check to make sure that it is absolutely updated. Check for updates.
Me. Okay, all up to date according to this. Probably what it is. That Flash update that Richard Wilk pushed out today screwed everything up.
Which update?
Well, he updated GCS to 24.1.
Uh-huh.
And it's all jacked up.
Ah.
Because that's what I did. I updated everything 24.1.
And the 24.1 sheets won't import, and if you try to go to an older version of GCS, it won't open the sheet.
Well, yeah, at least it won't open the sheet. It won't open a 24.1 sheet.
Right.
Yeah, I don't need that. Okay. Okay. Yep, that's the case. Because I got, my Sofia de la Vega file was updated in 24.1 and 23 point whatever the hell I'm at now. 23.0 is will not open it. So there we have it, folks.
All right, well, mystery solved, but no fix for the actual being able to import the sheet.
No. And of course, the next thing is, can I import the old Rinvoq? Probably can. Yep. Yeah. So it's the latest version of
GCS.
Screwing it all up.
Okay. Well, there you go, Janor. Mystery solved.
Yeah, I mean, yay.
Yeah, I mean, I know that doesn't make things any easier on you, but...
No, it doesn't make things easier for me because I had a couple of character ideas that I was messing with, and, well, now I can't get to them unless I put it in 24.1.
Right. And then you can't import.
Yeah, then I can't import and blah, blah, blah. So I'm stuck with Rinvoq for at least this session. Not that I'd be able to bring in a new one.
Well, hopefully they figure out and fix whatever this problem is soon.
Mm. Well, I'm sure it has some. It's definitely something going on between the GURPS Gaming Aid and GCS. Normally they're working side by side on this, so.
Yeah.
In fact, let me go over there and see if anybody knows anything.
I'm looking at the GCS Discord server right now, too.
Yeah.
And yeah, Rich is saying that
It's borked.
it's fucked up.
So basically he's going, oops. All right, well, I guess it's a good thing we weren't looking at a whole lot of die rolls tonight.
Oh, yeah. Seems that way.
All right. Well, in that case, I will move you guys back.
There ain't no fighting for you. Ha ha ha.
Oh, somebody's critically wounded.
I've got to turn him into a newt. That way his stuff will grow back. Yeah, that's a heck of a way to heal somebody, too.
Oh, the guy that you saw critically wounded on that map? Yeah, that was that was the bad guy that they had to fight. The one that summoned the demon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we fixed him up good.
I was so sad with that fight because had this monstrous demon all planned out, had built them and everything, and these guys wiped it out in like a round and a half. It didn't even get a chance to do half the things it could do. They just went death.
Well, yeah. Because you kind of talked them up a little bit, and they're like, "Oh fuck, we need to kill it."
Well, I mean, the fact that the barbarian hit like a freaking freight train. I mean, first thing he did was chop off the thing's tail.
Well, he didn't need it. It was an appendage that was extraneous.
Right.
We're just helping him fit into the human population. You don't need that.
They had a giant scorpion tail that had some nasty venom in it, and yeah. Yeah, dude gets summoned and then instant death, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we certainly fixed his little red wagon.
And then the guy that summoned them, they just turned into a smear on the floor.
Yep. Sucks to be you.
Yeah, so Rich is saying in the GCS forum that the Foundry code needs to be updated for the new data format he is using for the new 5.24 version of GCS. That he told the Foundry peeps that this was happening and that it's just the Foundry peeps are gonna fix it when they fix it, apparently.
Yeah, because it's not their day job.
Hey, was it the Foundry people or was it the GURPS Game Aid?
Rich refers to it as Foundry, not the GURPS Game Aid.
I think he might be talking about GGA, though.
Yeah. Nobody asks him to clarify if it's the Game Aid or Foundry.
Yeah, Foundry is just a platform. But what does all the importing and exporting is GGA.
Yeah, it's a data format issue, but that does still sound like it's in the GGA wheelhouse more than the Foundry wheelhouse. So
I feel like I'm one of my qualified technicians.
Okay. Well, that answers a few of those things.
Yeah. They usually update on Thursdays anyway, too.
Yeah. Which is why I don't update on Thursdays.
We should update on Tuesdays. Patch Tuesday is the best day to update.
Right.
Yeah, because it's not Monday and it's not toward the weekend.
And that way you've got time.
Yeah, it's the GGA. Later comments, Rich is telling people to bug the GGA people to update their data import.
Okay.
For it, so.
Yeah, something I learned. Hey, Euro guys.
Okay.
It's almost disappointing.
Yeah. Well, and unfortunately, like I said, I didn't have a whole lot prepped for you guys today. So.
Well, we can explore the town.
Well, that was the thing. I was really hoping to have a map for you guys to be able to explore the town, to really explore the town. I wanted to actually have a session where you actually really got to do stuff here in the town. and really got to explore it, got to meet some NPCs, that kind of stuff. Possibly get people that you could recruit to join the mercenary company and head down to the camp. I had a bunch of things planned for Katarin that I wanted to get done.
Well, we could start putting flyers up. I'm sure there's some place you could put a flyer for
Absolutely
hiring people, and then if necessary, we could test them to make sure they have appropriate skill.
Yeah, well, I mean, whether it's combat skill or if it's a needed trade skill, because that's some of what's needed down at the mercenary camp is Rinvoq's been looking for people with trade skills.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, you absolutely could do that, and then on that notice, you could say, you're going to be based at X Tavern or wherever you're going to be stationed at, and then see who shows up. I mean, the challenge with that is, well, as I've experienced in real life, you never know what you're going to get. And that's a good way to be able to get some people, but others aren't even going to notice the notice because they're busy working.
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can say in the notice that we're there. I'm not sure how we keep time in the game, but say an hour before sundown to 10 o'clock at night or something like that every night.
Right.
That would give us time to go do stuff during the day and sleep in and chase women and whatever else we need to do.
Well, and yeah, like I said,
that will be on my character's list.
Well, and this town has a population of around 15,000 people. So, like I said, not a town, it's a city. Because in this day and age, at that time period, whatnot, 15,000 would be a absolutely enormous city. Blackley Hold actually has a population of closer to 25,000.
So there's at least 1,000 females that are appropriate age for casting on the chase.
Yes. That'll keep you busy for the rest of the month. Possibly get you thrown in jail a couple times.
I'm very familiar with the inside of a jail cell.
Mm-hmm.
And
Matter of fact, I just walk in, I hand them my sword and say, "I will see you in the morning," and go sleep.
So yeah, I mean, we can definitely cover some of those things, and like I said, some of this is where I have to cover with Mind's Eye Theater tonight.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I was looking for some of the stuff that y'all want to do. There are areas of interest in Katarin. It has a very nice green space. It's got a large park, which, if you're busy trying to chase the ladies, that'd be a great place to possibly go and find some of said ladies, or, if you get them to actually agree to hang out with you, take a walk through the park. It's got a nice pond in it with a fountain. The grounds are really well kept. Ooh. There's try to run through all the things I had in this town. Something that Rinvoq might have found interesting. On the edge of town, there's a tall tower, a stone tower. It's kind of is a round tower, and it has a strange thing poking out the top of it. That I'm not sure if you would recognize what it is, but it's not the normal size. It's a telescope.
I knew it. Damn, did I know it? It's like, is it going to be pointy on one end or square on the other? Freaking astronomer.
Uh,
I guess his name is Copernicus or something.
no,
Thank you.
George.
George Copernicus?
And I could have named him Gaff, but I have a running that's an old running joke in my games. So, and my wife always liked to make fun of this too, because whenever we would travel to a new town, when we were playing games in this world, and it didn't matter which country they were in, and I mean, it could be a completely separate campaign, and they'd get to a tavern, and I'd draw a blank on a name for the tavern keeper, and I go, and it's Gaff. So they're going, how many taverns does he run? I said, it's not the same Gaff. This one has a scar over his left eye. The other one has a scar over his right eye. But Gaff was always the old retired adventurer. I went with the whole complete bartender D&D trope of don't mess with the bartender because he's a level 20 adventurer type of guy.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, anytime we've had characters that I can't think of a name and I name them Gaff, it just tickles my wife to no end and annoys her.
Mm-hmm.
Tavern.
Yeah, your tavern.
What did I name the tavern? Crap. I don't think I had a name for it. I will in a minute.
Not the Cock and Bull?
No. And it's not the Prancing Pony either.
I hate
The
that
Cockney.
name.
The Cockney.
Let's see.
The gay ass. Laughing jackass.
I'm sorry. I pulled up a list for names, and one of them jumped out at me. I was like, no, I'm not using that. The Expensive Hamsters Pub. No. Boy, they got a little weird with their names here.
Mm-hmm.
The Glistening Potato? That does not sound like a tavern.
The glistening potato. At least it wasn't the glistening gourd.
Right?
Oh, boy.
Well, there is a tavern in LA called the Baked Potato, and it's famous for having big name bands play small little concerts.
And I was going to say, let me guess, potatoes are not on the menu.
They might
They
be.
don't think they serve only food. I think it's just all booze.
Oh, okay. The Metal Donkey.
Like the Rolling Stones will come in and do a private small show before they go on tour.
Oh, cool.
Let's call it the Tin Jackass.
Okay. We can go with that. And then the proprietor. Why did I close that? See, like I said, guys, I apologize. I just did not have myself quite put together for tonight.
if we're going with those. No, I need names I can pronounce. Oh, there we go. I like that one. Barnaby Blanchard. Hopefully that showed up in chat. Alright, there we go. I threw the information in Discord too.
Okay.
Alright. So Barnaby has a bit of a accent. I can't do the accent. I'm gonna go ahead and let y'all know that up front. No good at trying to do a Cajun accent, but he has a bit of a Cajun flair to his speech mannerisms. He has a above average appearance, and when he's working behind the bar, he tends to wear just a vest and pants, leaving his muscular arms bare for all to see. Has a couple of tattoos, and he's probably, I'd say, in his mid-30s.
Do we have any idea what the accent is from, where it's from?
So the accent comes from, y'all actually might not. It comes from a remote location in Doria.
Okay. So I'm a native speaker of Volcrian.
Which one?
Volcrian, however you count. I'm a native speaker of Volcrian, which is the native language to Doria.
Yep.
Valinor.
Okay. Yeah, and so, do we have your background where you lived in Doria?
No, I didn't live in Doria. I was from the island.
That's right.
What
That's
was it
right.
called? Since I didn't create the name, I'm not sure exactly how to pronounce it. Viserys? Villainurus?
I think Viserys.
Viemre. Yeah, I just used the local name for it, Dragon Isle, for fun.
Yep. So, you might be able to pick up a little bit of it from the Dorian accent, but like I said, it is a remote accent.
Okay.
So I would say that it reminds you a little bit of the Dorian language, but the accent is off. It's like it's mixed with something else. You know, it's kind of like the primary language in Doria would be basically English, and this has got some French mixed into it.
Okay. Well, my normal spoken is with a heavy accent from England that I'm.
Okay. Oh, let me check something. Oh, okay. Real quick, let me just make a quick comment here. So I got a new person in my chat. So, hi Sunshine, thank you for joining chat. On Thursday nights, I don't normally interact with chat vocally because we're running our tabletop session. I don't want to break the immersion. Okay, so yeah, so give me a sex appeal roll. This is not for this is not Barnaby. This is not for Barnaby. This is not for Barnaby. I'll put that up front. All right. So when you arrive to the tavern this first night, you are actually accompanied by a young lady.
Nice.
And Barnaby immediately starts flirting with her.
Okay.
Think of it. The easiest way to try to picture this, and the way that I'm trying to have this guy in my head. If you think Gambit from the X-Men and the way that he would flirt with Rogue, that's kind of what you got going on.
So just out of curiosity, this isn't the same redhead earlier, right?
No.
I'll roll a fast talk, but first I'll tell you I will laugh really hard, and I will reach over and gently tap him on his cheek and say, "Oh, you're so sweet." So here's my fast talk.
And trying not to get a broken jaw.
I didn't roll. Oh, damn it. There you go.
Nice roll. Wow.
Damn.
But, I don't mean, and just to be clear, I don't mean it like I'm trying to be, like, put him down. I'm actually being friendly about it.
Okay, I got you. So you use one of them. Well, let me buy you a drink. And he doesn't ask you what you want to drink. He goes over to the shelf behind him, pulls down this ornate looking bottle and pours it into this little glass. You notice he doesn't have a lot of glassware. Most of it's all ceramic or wooden, because too many people break stuff, so he doesn't like to spend a lot of money on having to replace glassware.
So I say, oh, the good stuff.
And I mean, it's a tiny little glass. Think of it like being like a half shot. And he says, "Here you go. This
1 ounce.
This will. Oh, not even 1 ounce. This be a half ounce."
Oh, half.
Says,
Stingy.
"Here you go. This will do you right."
So, cheers. Is he having any?
Yep.
I gently clink the glass. Take the shot.
Okay. Give me your health roll at -2.
Uh-oh.
Give me a second. -2 and help.
Nice.
Just made.
Uh,
Whoa, Jesus! What is this? This like venom sacs from a giant snake?
oh no. So it's got this it's got no burn to it. On the front end, it has a sweetness with a bit of a smokiness to it, but then on the back end,
Okay.
it lights your esophagus on fire, but the fire I've had a couple of alcohols like this. The fire seems to run in reverse. You know, it's like it goes down smooth, but then you have fire coming up from below.
Well, I pound on the table and, visibly show my appreciation and that it's kicking my ass.
All right. Well, have yourself a great night. We should have some good entertainment tonight.
Mm-hmm.
I will continue talking to my lady companion and Barnaby, right?
Yes.
Barnaby.
Barnaby Blanchard. He's the proprietor of the Metal Donkey, also affectionately called the Tin Jackass. So okay. Janor, what are we doing?
Reeling from my temporary amnesia.
Okay. I forgot how to do everything.
I suddenly forgot all of my life skills. Let's see. If sword fighting is not in the books for Janor, then his next favorite. Sorry, go ahead.
I was leaning more towards when y'all would meet up at this tavern in the evenings. I want to kind of get a feel for what you're doing at the tavern, and then we'll look at what you're doing during the day.
Yeah, I was getting there.
Okay.
So his next favorite hobbies are partying. He technically knows how to gamble. He's just not good at it.
Well, obviously his skills are zero.
I manually entered all the skills from my character sheet into the Foundry.
Oh my goodness!
So they are back. I can roll my skills now.
That must have been painful.
It was moderately painful. That's why I was reeling from my temporary amnesia. Right. So I mean, partying.
Okay.
Mostly.
Do you have?
He doesn't have.
Got carousing?
I absolutely do.
All right. Oh, you're gonna get some good partying in.
Partnering?
Castigon, I forgot to ask if you had carousing.
Oh yeah, I definitely failed my compulsive carousing goal, so I'm definitely partying.
Okay, so that would have been made it a -2. So typically, when you do the test with alcohol, at least this is how I've always understood it, is if somebody doesn't have carousing, then you roll it directly off their health. But if they do have carousing, then you can let them roll it off their carousing skill to determine if they get inebriated.
Okay.
That's how I've understood it. Now, you guys are also experienced GURPS GMs, so if you have a different way that you do it, let me know. But this is the way I've been doing it for the last several years. But as we've discovered, there's been a few things I've been doing wrong.
No kidding. No, seriously, you're doing all right.
But, well, sometimes, the GURPS book isn't exactly clear on how to do certain things.
What? The GURPS book's not clear? Never.
Yeah.
Not ever happened once.
Maybe twice.
Or they bury the lead deep in a paragraph for you to not discover until 12 years of GMing later. It's like, oh, there's this one tiny sentence in the one paragraph 12 into a section, and it changes the whole way I run things.
Yeah. Nice. So, okay, so you're doing some carousing over here at the... Now, are you going to do your partying at the Metal Donkey, or are you going to find a different tavern to do your partying at?
I will 100% pub crawl, and I will be looking for opportunities of all kinds.
Okay.
So here's the description of carousing in the GURPS in basic set. And it's that carousing is the skill of socializing and partying for better reactions and information gathering. It's not actually like how well you can hold your liquor.
Right, but I always looked at it because it's based off of health. I gave it as the bonus for people that if they are, there's a difference between, people who don't drink that often and the person that's a professional at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so that's why I'd always use the carousing for people going out drinking, because it's kind of like the whole, all right, this just kind of enhances the skill and enhances your ability to imbibe beverages,
Sure.
rather than having to buy up health. So,
Sure.
I mean, that, like I said, that's my explanation behind why I did. But hey, even with that description there, that still works for me to use it the way that I have been.
Mm-hmm.
So, because socializing, partying, etc. All right. So in that case, you're going to be pub crawling. Let's get a couple of rolls in here. Now that you remembered how to do things.
Yeah. I suddenly had a couple of shots of liquor and my amnesia went right away.
It's alcoholic memory. Got it.
Yeah. What's the Drunken Master style in martial arts? I should go pick that up. Drunken Master style.
It's called Drunken Master.
Yeah.
That's chemically enhanced education.
Well, I'm thinking about the people that have got that weird muscle memory when playing billiards or playing pool. That they're not that great until they've had a couple of beers, and then all of a sudden they're running the table.
Yeah, I've got a buddy that if you go bowling with, he sucks until he's had 2 or 3 beers, and then he doesn't do anything but strikes.
See?
Yeah. You get more relaxed, that's why.
I mean, you drink enough to the point you don't care, and then all of a sudden things start working, right? That's how that works. That might be excessive. Okay, so you're gonna do some pub crawling, whatnot. So doing your carousing roll, and says you're gonna be pub crawling. I'd like for you to give me. This is gonna be a cumulative roll, Janor. But basically, you're gonna do a carousing roll, and then do a second one at -1, and then do a third one at -2. Continue doing that until you hit a failure, so I can see how far along you made it.
Okay. So -1. -2.
So that pub had some strong drinks, but you walked it off.
I mean, that's why you got to go pub crawling. You can't just stay at the same pub and drink and drink and drink.
And you can't stand; you have to crawl.
Oh yeah, that one will do it.
Yeah.
That fourth pub hit hard. Definitely.
Okay. Let me get to a private roll here. And I'm looking for a specific skill. Oh. I don't think any of these characters had that kind of skill. No. Okay. Alright, we'll call it just average
we're going to do a roll here. Alright, so I don't know how much I made it by. Give me a perception roll at -5. This is a contested roll, just so you're aware. The -5 is just running off of what I made it by. So basically, if you get a success, then you win. If you fail, then you lose. Okay. So, after that last pub, somebody spotted what they thought was an easy mark. And they have filched your coin purse.
Uh-oh.
So when you get to the next pub and you order yourself a drink, you reach down to pay, and your money's not there.
Those assholes.
How would you like to handle that, Janor?
Go find the thief.
Okay. You got a little bit of a stumbly going. Okay. So, you go hunting for the thief. Give me a... Oh, actually, this would be smart. Give me an observation check.
I don't have observation. I just have search and perception.
Okay. That's fine. We can throw up... There's a button for you. Okay. So you notice these kids, and they're all excited, and one of them's got coin purse and he got open. But when you come around the corner, trying to catch the person who stole your coins, the kids spot you and they bolt down the alley.
Do I have any sense of which one may have my money?
You've got an idea of which one might have your money.
Okay. Unless their basic speed is faster than 7, I catch up to them relatively quickly.
Well, they're not toddlers, so... Because, toddlers have got a movement rate of 10.
Yeah, they do. That's when they're crawling.
Oh.
Then they get into turbo mode.
Right. So, it takes you a little while, but you do manage to catch up to them. And now, are you hollering anything at them or anything like that? Anything like stop thief or anything like that as you're trying to chase them down?
No, professional courtesy. I don't want to get them caught by the guard.
Okay.
I'm just going to catch them and get my money back.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, as far as you're concerned, it was a smooth lift. Other than the fact they were waiting.
Yeah.
Other than the fact that they waited until you were drunk to actually do it.
I mean, that's a very reasonable pickpocketing strategy. I'm not going to blame them for that.
All right, so you managed to catch up to them, and it's a group of 5 kids. They all look a little grimy, and the kids are looking at you, and you can tell they're planning to get ready to do their next maneuver of the whole split and scatter, and let you guess which one has it. So I'll give you a chance to interact with them before they pull the split and scatter, and then once they do a split and scatter, then it almost becomes impossible to be able to find which one's got your money.
Yeah. Trying to decide my best approach for this. Fast talk ain't particularly good. Wouldn't let me roll public speaking to make a quick speech to the 5 kids.
Give me an idea of how of what you would be saying.
Because I'm not trying to intimidate them,
Right?
but my pitch to them is, all right, youngsters, you may have some skill, but you stole from the wrong guy. I have my own experience growing up on the streets of. Does Blackley Hold have a town as well, or is it just the castle?
Blackley's Blackley's got it's got a huge town around it.
Yeah.
Blackley Hold is you've got the castle, you've got the entire city around. Because like I said, it's got a population of 25,000 people.
So I grew up on the streets of Blackley Hold. I know a bit about what you're experiencing, but you can't have my money.
Oh boy.
Give it back and we'll call it even.
Oh boy. Well, apparently you didn't learn enough not to get drunk to keep your coin purse.
I'm gonna sleight of hand to make a dagger appear out of nowhere and send it flying past the kid's head.
Oh.
I don't want to hit him. I just want to I got
you.
Make him feel the wind.
Like Trump?
Oh.
No. I'm sorry. You left that on the table.
God, I really try not to bring politics to my channel.
I know, but that was funny. He felt the wind.
I
like that picture.
Let me make a quick roll here. That's a tough one to say how they would react to this. Well, roll the dice.
There it is.
I didn't mean you. I meant me.
Oh, you.
Yeah, I'm clicking the dice button, but it's not doing nothing.
Until you get 12 of them.
I'm telling it to reload the virtual tabletop. Let me check something. Okay, that still looks okay. Okay, that pulled up. That was weird. All right. There we go. Now I rolled it. All right. Okay. The older kid out of the group says, "All right, I'll make you a deal, mister. I'll give you your coin purse, but I'm gonna keep that knife you just threw."
Okay.
All right. So the kid walks over, grabs a knife, and then gets about 5 feet away from you, and does a little deft movement, doing his own little bit of sleight of hand. It looks like, well, like he's attempting some sleight of hand. And he pitches you your coin purse, and then says, "All right, guys, scatter!" And the kids take off. And he hollered at his crew there to scatter.
He what's my coin purse?
He tosses the coin purse to you.
I will call after them as they're retreating. If you come back, I'll give you a silver each for your enterprising ways, as was my original plan.
And you hear from one of the alleys, as if you've got a silver.
You filled it full of wax.
Well, I'll chase down the oldest one.
Well,
I was going to be nice about it.
Do you check your coin purse?
Sure. I can do that while running.
Oh, it's got all your money in it.
It's got all my money in it?
Yeah. Along with a piece of dung.
Okay, if they don't want a silver piece, they don't want a silver piece, whatever, kids. Go wash it out in the fountain.
Okay.
It's not the first time I've dug through dung for coin. Well, probably won't be the last.
Yeah, they're probably just gonna reconvene and go back to the hitting the pub crawlers.
I mean, he can have my random cheap large knife.
Yeah, well, they'll try to hawk it so they can get some money. That's how these kids work.
Given the exchange rate between the knife and the silver, they did get more value keeping the knife than they do taking silver from me. As a token of generosity, but whatever.
Well, there you go. And they don't trust people that offer to give them a silver, because too many times, these poor kids, and you would know this growing up on the streets. You offer that to them, and they get in close enough, and that's when you grab one of them and take them to the guard and whatnot. So, they're not risking getting close enough to get caught like that.
Well, their loss. I was going to try to build a relationship with them afterwards, but they just want to throw shit at me, and they don't get a friend.
And you might still be able to build a relationship with them. I mean, you've got a month in Caterin, so
a month. I thought it was 2 weeks. Okay. In any case,
well, I'm being generous with my timing. It might not be a month, but I figure a month, depending on anything else you guys are wanting to do. Especially once I get the map put together and y'all are able to check out the rest of the shops and see the other things that you can do and get and all that kind of stuff. So I want to make sure that I'm giving that kind of time frame available, so that if any kind of prep work, any kind of stuff y'all want to get, you can do here. And the other thing that Rinvoq knows is Caterin is cheaper than Blackley Hold.
Like the farmer's market.
So, okay. So now I'm gonna go back to Rinvoq. I haven't done anything with Rinvoq in a little bit. So what's going on?
Not a lot. Just chilling, having some wine, having some cheese and cold cut.
Okay.
And I know everybody else is like chasing the women or anything. I myself have laid out a trap.
You've laid out a trap. Is it
a woman trap?
Is it a trap for the ladies?
Why, yes, it is. Because I'm a refined gentleman.
The old man sitting by himself with all kinds of fine food sitting on the table.
Chilling out. Enjoying the scene. Adding up the waitresses.
All right. Well, I just did a roll for what kind of quality of people you had show up from the ads that that the guys said that y'all were putting out. Surprisingly, you get some quality people. I rolled a 5.
Nice.
So you get at least 3 people that are going to be high quality mercenaries to be able to add to the ranks, with actual combat skill sets. These guys would not be tradespeople, because the ad is for a mercenary company, so it's going to be people with fighting skills that are trying to join up. They do seem a little confused when they come up to the table and they see an old man and basically a cloak. So the first one comes to the table, he sees you. I'm not sure I'm in the right place. I'm here about the ad for the King's Ravens.
Yeah, you are. You're here. Yep. Did you bring the advertisement with you?
Well, no, I don't want to rip down the stuff you put up. If I take it, then other people aren't going to read it.
My point, exactly. So, you don't mind competition, huh? But see, someone else could have ripped that down. You'd have never seen it.
He looks at you and just goes, "What competition?"
Well, I did put out more than one notice.
Oh, well, I mean, if there's going to be a competition to see who's going to be able to join, I guarantee you I'll be the one joining.
Is that so? What makes you so sure?
My skills with a blade and my skills with actually being able to lead a crew. I actually...
what do you use, a butter knife?
Oh, no, but I can't bring it in here, but I carry a nice broadsword. That's actually part of my pension from my 2 years of being in the guard and doing patrols. And I've been promoted to squad leader. And so I'm familiar with being able to lead a group of soldiers. And I've got actual, unlike some other people that might show up, I have actual battle skill. And I've actually been tested in combat, dealing with bandits and such. So I think that I could be a good fit for your company. By the way, what's the pay?
Pay? It depends on what you're worth. What do you think you're worth?
I'd be worth at least 10 silver a week. That's a high price.
It's a lot of coin for someone such as you. Where are you going to spend it all?
Who said I'm going to spend it? I'm gonna save it for when I retire.
Oh. How old do you say you are?
Me, sir? I am 24 years old.
Family?
Parents and siblings, but I don't have a wife and kids or anything like that. At least not yet. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'd like to, and I'd like to be able to settle down, but I'd like to have some extra coin in my pocket before settling down so that I can actually take care of the family I hope to have. Hey, if you need me to prove myself.
Well, this is just kind of a screening interview. I mean, you seem like you might be able to handle yourself.
I believe I can. Matter of fact, if you notice, I have very few scars. I've managed to, in the combats with the bandits and such throughout this area, I've managed to come away relatively unscathed. And my squad mates did too. just from my tactics that I employed.
Uh-huh. So. Well, the mission's going to take us into the Carry-On Wilderness. You familiar with that place?
That's a rough area. Hey, our patrols never took us in there, so I can't say that I'm extremely familiar with it. But I do know that there's a number of critters in there that just as soon kill you than eat you. And there's I think probably one of the worst things that you'll find in there from my memory. I was always warned about these vines that apparently feed off of meat. They call them assassin vines, and basically you accidentally touch them, and that vine wraps around you like a snake and yanks you up into a tree. You can't get free, and it slowly digests you over time.
How nice. Yeah, I've actually heard of those. So, good tip. But you've personally never been into the deep part of the wilderness known as the morass?
No, that's kind of a no man's land. I mean, really, nobody goes in there. It's it's a land of the Fae. It's got, you always get the stories of people that go in there. You got the story about the man that goes in there and falls asleep on the tree, and then he wakes up 100 years later.
That's a fairy tale, but yeah, literally. I'm so sorry, I didn't mean to put it that way. Children's story.
Yeah, but
how do you fare with the fairies? Are you a superstitious type?
I not keen on encountering them because they can do stuff to you.
Mm-hmm.
And they from at least from the stories, and like you said, it may be children's stories, but at the same time, even children's stories carry some nugget of truth in them. And if things can mess with your head, I don't like things messing with my head. That's why I don't drink.
Mm-hmm. All right.
I like to keep my head straight at all times.
Keep your head, period, I would hope.
Oh, absolutely.
Okay. Well.
But if you need somebody to be able to assist with training new recruits or anything like that, I'm your man.
Well, we are looking for some folks, some cadre. Are you able to relocate?
Sure.
Okay.
Well, I did, ask around about your company before coming in here. So your company is based just south of Black Raven. So, I mean, that's not that far of a relocation. So, yeah, no issues.
All right.
So, I mean, I'm hired?
Yeah, you'll need to report to Black Raven, Hold, or Fortress, whatever the hell you call it, the Academy, and see, what the fuck was his name?
Kenparka.
Kenparka. Let him know that you've been hired. You're going to be part of the training cadre.
All right, will do.
He'll know you're coming.
Thank you so much, sir. And he holds out his hand to shake your hand.
I stand and shake his.
Okay. So when you shake his hand, you are a battle worn. Even though you're a mage, you know how to pick up on certain things, and you can feel it in his grip. Number one, he's got a very strong grip, and it's not like he's trying to crush your hand or anything like that. He's not trying to prove himself by doing the whole, grab your hand so hard that it breaks bones or anything like that. It's that firm grasp, but you can feel the calluses on his hand from years of sword practice.
Mm-hmm. He's just been practicing, huh? He lied.
No, when I say sword practice, that means, you know.
I know.
Yeah, it's the evidence that he. The evidence all says that he is what he says he is.
Okay.
And then, all right. So let's see. We did Janor. We've done you, Brian. We're gonna wrap things up with you with what you'd like to be doing with more specifically looking at the evenings rather than the daytime, and then I'm hoping to actually have y'all a decent map and everything set up for the next game session, and that way y'all can truly explore Caterin. So I'd like to know what you're thinking about doing in the evenings. Since we got the tavern, we've got the recruitment offer out there in town, and all that. So I'd like to know what you want to do.
Well, since I kind of made a friend at the Tin Ass, I will spend most of my evenings there, whether it's with the same lady or other ladies.
Okay.
Was the Tin Ass where we put the flyers up saying that that's where we'll be for recruits?
Yeah, well, y'all managed to get flyers put up throughout most of this quadrant of town. Out of curiosity, and I want to see something because I have an idea. Can you give me a sex appeal roll at -3?
Sure. Give me one moment. I gotta put the minus in. Sex appeal. Where's that? There it is.
Okay, all right. So you do manage to meet one other lady, and bring her in, brunette this time. And Barnaby looks at you going, so just can't settle for anything.
I'm a free spirit, and I believe that I should be paying attention to men and women.
I like you.
I reach over jokingly again and tap him on the shoulder, and I like you. And then I laugh and pound on the table.
And he'll go, that calls for another shot.
Nice!
And,
you want another health roll?
Yeah, he served. Oh, carousing -2.
Carousing -2. Okay, give me a second to put the negative in.
Yeah, because if you have carousing, then I use carousing for the alcohol. Oh!
It's wrong!
What's wrong there, Cass? Can't handle the liquor?
You went to see his friend Ralph?
I don't know what you put in my shot glass, but I don't know if it's liquor or if it's some refined alchemical wizardry. What the hell?
Oh well, I mean, this is the fermented liquid from the assassin vines of the Carrion Wilderness.
Oh, how nice. Wait a minute. That guy knows about that? We need to talk to that guy. He knows his way around, maybe.
Well, I guess I'm hammered for the night.
Frostbite. Frostbite, my moderator in my chat. He's like, oh, that guy fell off his stool.
He probably did it in slow motion, too.
And anything other than what's going on, like during the day, I just was trying to learn the town, find where, the quality weapon makers, armorers, stuff like that were.
Yeah.
In case in the future I need access.
And that's
Trustworthy guides.
That's the part where I was wanting to kind of hold off until the next session, so I can actually have you a decent map with the NPCs and everything set up. So that's why I wasn't doing the daytime stuff.
No problem. I just was saying that other than the nighttime and getting hammered and enjoying myself.
Does he get pickpocketed?
Yeah, if you can remember it.
So yeah, y'all got a good couple of nights going on here. This probably covers like the first 3-4 nights. And then from here, I will probably go ahead and wrap up this evening and hand out character points. And then next session, we should have things in place and things ready to rock and roll to make stuff happen and you know, get y'all that quality session that I've been pushing to try to make for you, but work and everything else.
Just to be clear, the next time we'll play this is a month.
Yes.
Right?
Yeah, unfortunately, but it's the only way to work the time, and I apologize for that, but because, you know.
I understand.
So, yeah, it'll be every other week for Tabletop and Frostbite. I don't think you heard us talking about this because I didn't stream last week's gaming session because I was having challenges. But, so the new schedule for Tabletop is going to be every other week's going to be Tabletop, but it's going to be like in 2 weeks it will be Scott's campaign with the Armageddon, and then 2 weeks after that, then we'll be back here in Ixia, and then 2 weeks after that, back to Armageddon, and that's how we're going to have to handle it. And then on the Thursdays that we're not streaming is going to be when Scott and I are sitting down together and hammering things out for both of our, because he and I have both discussed it, and we're both going to work as assistant GMs for each other's campaigns, trying to help take the load off the other, and Thursdays is going to be our night to get stuff done.
Yep.
And we're not going to stream that, because then the players are going to watch the stream and go, oh, that's what they're throwing at us. Gotta give y'all a hard time on that one. So, as far as character points tonight, I mean, even though we come across the technical difficulties and everything, it's actually been a pretty smooth session tonight, even with not having a whole lot thrown together. I'm going to go with 3 character points.
Very nice. Do some more swings.
Would, just out of curiosity, would you have a problem if I spent one of them to pick up a pet raven, just as a 1-point creature that's not really under my control?
I wouldn't have a problem with it. I mean, you'd have to spend the point, but I would say you'd probably have to spend the coin as well, because more likely you would wind up buying it from one of the shops here in town.
I'll write up information and send it to you for approval.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I like
the Nordland Beastry Raven info, and
I got you.
What, are you freaking Odin now?
No.
No, because he's only got one Raven. Odin has 2.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, missing and gone.
So yeah, 3 character points. Cool. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the time we got to spend together tonight. Like I said, I'm I apologize for not having a whole lot thrown together for you guys.
Life is sucking. It's in the way.
Yes. Hey, hell, I didn't get home from work last night until almost 7:30.
Yikes.
Yeah, well, there was a lightning strike that screwed up. I apologize, Janor. Well, I mean, the on the plus side, we were gonna do some stuff where y'all were gonna be able to earn some coin, but then we discovered the character sheet issue, and so that ate up a chunk of time of trying to troubleshoot and narrow down where the issue was actually sitting at. And then that kind of threw me because I was like, well, like you, it's a temporary amnesia thing,
It did bust the momentum.
But no, I mean, I enjoyed the session tonight. It was fun. We managed to do a few things. I wish I could have done a little bit more with Janor. That would have been more down his direction. And so I'll make sure our next session we do a little bit more with you and cover stuff that heads down more towards your character's build and style and get you a couple things going. It does, Frostbite. So, all right. Well then, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up the stream here.
Okay.
And I'll stay in voice in Discord for a minute, but let me go ahead and wrap this up. So I'm gonna mute myself for just a second, and I'll be right back. All right, chat. So we had a pretty decent session. I know most of it was Mind's Eye Theater, so you didn't get to see a whole lot. We had a thing that we were going to do, but then we discovered the technical issues where some of the software that we use for our character sheets got updated, but it only got halfway updated. It got updated on the GCS, but didn't get updated in the Foundry, so we couldn't import characters. Poor Janor, he tried importing his character, and all his skills came up with 0 points and 0 skill. So, no worries, Frostbite. No worries, man. Real life comes first. So, thank you everybody that's been here, and what do we got on the board? Whoa, 11 likes. That is, wow, that's actually pretty epic, especially for the tabletop nights. So yeah, and tomorrow night I'm not sure what we're going to be playing. We might jump back into Aska, or we might jump back into Valheim. I'm kind of on the fence as to which one I want to do. We'll see how my work day goes, and that'll kind of help decree what it is I feel like playing. Thank you everybody that's been here. Thank you for everybody that's come by. Thank you for the likes. You guys are amazing, and y'all have a wonderful night. Real quick, Frostbite. It's not. I'm supposed to have a monitor going, but I'm not hearing any music playing. Is there music playing? On my Streamlabs, it's showing music's playing, but I want to make sure it's actually at least coming through on the stream. Okay, awesome. All right, well then, my hope is that our next tabletop sessions that we do, we're gonna have more stuff with maps, more stuff with NPCs, more stuff with the mobs and the plans and things set up. So. We should wind up starting to run some really quality sessions now that Scott and I are going to be taking ourselves
a bit of a break in between the sessions for us to collaborate and get some stuff made. I mean, he's got his real life stuff going on. I got my real stuff going on. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing how things build and grow for us. So, all right, y'all have a great night, and I'll see you tomorrow night.
you